Hello everybody, Todd here, all things archery and shooting, and today I'm going to show you how to fletch an arrow up, how to do shoot fletchings. What I use, the procedure I use to fletch my arrows. We're going to be working with today these bamboo arrows. These here are 500 spine. You see that? And we're going to go ahead. They've already got my arrow cresting on it and my Nocks in it. Okay. Alright, we're going to be using two different types of fletching. These are Parabolic, barred green, which is a lime green, very bright green. And then for our cock feather, we're going to be using white, okay? So white for our cock feather, this is a white barred. And we're going to be using lime green fluorescent for our hen feathers. We're going to be using Bohning's Archery Fletching Tape, which is this stuff here, makes it real easy. And as you can see here, I have 3 fletching jigs set up. They're all the same type. They're all the same model jig. Okay, I'll put a link where you get these. These are like 35 bucks on Amazon. They're probably the best jig out there. I really like them. Well, I'll put a link down there in my description. You can see them. But I have a right helical, left helical, and straight fletch. And then I got it set up again. Right helical with a 3-degree offset. Left helical with 3-degree offset. And then I have my, this one with a white dot on it right here. This one here is for my crossbow arrows, okay? Okay, first thing we have to do is to get your jig, which is right here. You notice these markings on the jig right there, they're different markings. That's where your space for your arrows goes in at. I always set my arrows here. We want to grab our cock feather first, which is the white cock feather, which is right here. You want to drop into your jig, okay? And when you line this up with the jig, you want to line with that dot there. That's one you can use about the one I use right there, which I'll give you a point to it right here. That's the one. That's the line I use for all of my arrows. It works best for me for my 300 shooting release. That way the feathers don't hit me in my nose. And you put your feathers up with the quill up. Okay. You want to take your tape, pull the end off, and you want to put it right on top of that. And the way I do is I put it right on top, and I slowly piece it all the way down very quick, very easily, a little bit at a time. And then that way go ahead and it locks it in better. Okay, just like that. Okay. Take your scissors, and your sharp pair of scissors, and cut off the edge. Leave about 1/8 of an inch on the end of it. That's 2 reasons. One, helps pull the cover off here. Second, gives you a part where it secures to the arrow shaft better, so it won't pull up the end. Then I take my knife. You want to get a knife, not real sharp, you don't want it real dull either, and just run it across here like this a few times. What that does, that really seats that sticky right down on top of that quill, and also helps you measure out where you want your feather to be at. See, line up right there. Last thing I do is I take the bottom, that little tab left, the 1/8 inch. I take my knife and I run it across like this. What that's doing is pushing that down and causing that red cellophane to pop up, so you can peel it off very easily. See that? Okay. All right. You want to be sure to get your jig adjusted to where the knock is. There's usually a mark right on here that does that. Okay. Then you want to take your arrow. You want to find your indexing point, which is that little lever right, that little button right there. There's a little bump on all Nocks. That's your index point, and slide it into the fletching jigs like this, okay? Be sure it seats all the way down. Then you want to take your arrow, your fletch. You want to drop the back end first, so you're all the same, and you want to slide it down just like this, okay? Now what I do on mine is I push the bottom end first. That tightens the 2 ends down, then I push down on top of this a little bit like this. Doesn't need a lot, but once that's done, you push it like this. It'll seal that shaft all the way down, okay? All right. And pop it off, okay? That little tab right there, it's popping up. That's where that little 1/8 inch there. Just take that and smooth it down flat against the shaft. All right. Go and index your arrow to the next, and redo the process. All right. We'll move this roll. We'll move it along to the end. Okay. Okay. We're down to the last fletch now. Again, you want to take your knife and smooth it up real good, just like this here. Okay. You want to take that end, push it down. Now something really important, you want to be sure that your quill is sitting above that track there, okay? You want to push all the way down. You want to sit against that quill, the lip of this fletching jig, okay? And then just pull your little red tab off there. Put the last one in, start the back. And we'll start the back here first so it stays the same distance. And push it on the magnet all the way. And just slide it straight down, okay? And again, I always push the ends first. Don't need a lot of pressure. And I push down the top, which is like this here, just to seat that quill. Take it off. Push that down. Take your arrow out. Twist it. Now, last thing I do with these arrows is I take my 2 fingers right here and I go up down the quill, just on each side of the quill, just like that. What that does, I make sure I got it completely seated 100%. Now, that arrows will never come off there. If you look at them, all right, look at the arrows now. In focus, there you go. See how nice they come out? All right, look at it from this way. There you go. See that 3-inch helical offset. Okay, and that, folks, is how you fletch an arrow.